of Origin series supported by the Rugby League Development Foundation. We are live for our first game of the day, the Under-13 Open Grade, North versus South. It will be North wearing the red and South the blue. This is a decider with the two teams one win apiece over the opening 2 weeks. So the winner of this one will claim the grade title and also contribute to the overall North versus South series, which is going on. Currently North hold a 6-5 lead in the win category in that one. The team list up on screen there. We are ready for kickoff. And it will be North to get us underway. So here we go. The first of 3 games we'll be streaming live today. It is South who clean up and straight away get into their work. It's been a really good series so far, this one. Look at the opening week, and it was a fairly convincing victory in the end for South, 28 points to 4. They got up in that one, but it was a different story come week 2. North bouncing back to win that one, 16 points to 10. Now all on a line in this one. See a good carry forward there that time. This is Vakaota. South now carry forward via Peru Donaldson. Work back to the middle. 5th and final, and they will go out the back now looking to get to their kick, and they do so via the boot of Manu. It looks high, but it's well claimed at the back. Good settling first set there for the men from the South. And now North with their opportunity to work the ball out, and now going to welcome into the commentary box for the first time today, Troy Hardy. Well, Troy, our 3rd week, it's been a really good series, and I think this grade in particular, one of the picks of the bunch. Nice day for footy as well.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, fantastic football down here for this set of players, and big, strong following too. They've had a big fan base to come down and see these guys go at it. So if you're in the neighbourhood, come down to Cornwall Park, come and join us. We've got some fantastic football. Sun's out, cafeteria's out. Come and join us. It's going to be a great day of action.
So North now, they work it forward via the halfback, Whaonga. Eriko is the dummy half. They get to their kick, this time it's through Neil, and he finds grass, but ends up bouncing up fortuitously for Halasima, who will return the ball, the Mangere East fullback.
So both teams completing their sets at the offset. Good to see. Good communication out there too. South certainly got a lot of energy around. Good, strong carry.
It's Tuipulotu there. He gets to a quick play of the ball as well. They'll come down the short side now. South looking to stretch this North team early on. It breaks down a little bit out the back and then ragdolled to ground. Ends up with the shirt over the top of the head in the end. But some adventurous stuff early on here. They'll now settle through Tully Sal. Swing out the back, and once again they get to their kick. So nice tidy start for both teams in this one. Here's a difficult bouncing ball, and it comes down in the end nicely for Purcell, who cleans it up and then chews off a few extra meters. But almost disaster that time with the bouncing ball. There was plenty of blue bodies looming down as North now work this out towards the 40. Taken down that time under the weight of Peru Donaldson. Play the ball is slow by the end of it, and now they will come out to this near side where our cameras are, and a little bit of a half break on here, but well contained to the end. It's Max McKenzie who comes through to make the crucial tackle. North now bump it forward. This is Toa. Eriko, the dummy half, looks out the back and finds his playmaker, Whaonga. Whaonga dinks the ball in over the top, but Neil's on hand to take it comfortably.
Oh, it was a loose run with the ball, wasn't it?
Max McKenzie, my apologies.
Great
Now,
break.
Break up through the middle of the park. He's got the fullback to beat now. Numbers coming across. He stumbles just at the unfortunate time there, but will get up to take a couple more. Nice work there from Halasima, and he wants to get to a quick play of the ball. They'll head out towards this left edge now. South on the attack. Looping ball up and over the top, and now into open space. They go down this left edge, but contained beautifully in the end, and that will close things down. But nice footy to start with from the South team, Troy, and a classy play there from the fullback. Selumiala Halasima just split that line right open.
Yeah, absolutely. The north side were a wee bit scrambly there, but good recovery and managed to, put the player out over the touchline. So here we go now with Scrum getting ready to pack down, and it'll give them an opportunity to sort of reset themselves and go again. Here they come.
So Scrum packs down, and they'll work this out from deep inside their own 20. They're going to spread the ball early now, and decisions to be made here. For South, stands him up and goes down the sideline, but good beautifully brought in the end by Mackenzie, who did well after initially looking like he'd been beaten that time. So both teams keen to spread the footy early on here. It's going to make for entertaining rugby league. And already we've seen a couple of half-break opportunities in this match. It is North now on the ball. They go to the line now. This is via the playmaker Neil, who is still going through the middle of the park. Certainly a solidly built standoff and effective as a result when he takes it to the line. Rico now at dummy half. Faunga. Bumping carry forward. This
Good
is
tackle.
Lama.
Needed to go low, and he certainly did that. Chopped him where he stood.
Rico the dummy half. Goes to Neil, who comes back onto the inside, and now they've got a little bit of front foot ball here, North, and they're doing some damage as a result. Rasmussen has taken the ground. The Point Chevalier Pirates back row, and now goes out the back. Faunga will put boot to ball, and it bounces up nicely in the end, and South will return serve, but nice footy being played by both teams right now. Always good to see players carrying the ball in both hands. Troy able to take it to the line. Got the pass option there as well, and we saw Neil benefit off the back of that as well. So promising signs in the early exchanges here. The game only 7 minutes old.
Oh, he's bobbled it. Set a play on. Ref says so.
So 0 tackle now, and I believe that was the first error of the match as well. So Neil now goes on the ball and will centralise via Lua Falialo, his captain. Faunga goes to the line, links with his back rower, who was tackled beautifully around the legs that time. Rico at dummy half. Finds his playmaker. They shuffle play to the left edge. They got numbers here if they can get it North. Rico at dummy half. Faunga back onto the inside. Fourth tackle. Still numbers to play with here, North. Faunga goes to the line, plays short, and well, it wasn't a bad option, but unfortunately, if you're going to play the ball that short at the line, it's got to be right on cue. And on that occasion, just a little breakdown there. And another knock on though. Halasima puts that one down. No advantages. The call.
So a couple of errors gone at 8-minute mark. Been quite clinical though with the start of the kick-off, Corey.
Yeah, I think really good to see in this age group teams respecting the ball early on. We do so often see with these younger grades that perhaps the excitement can get the better of players at times and they come out, there's a few early knock-ons, but both these teams look well and truly up for this one. North probably a little fortuitous there. It was a fairly long advantage that was played, but our man in the middle, Manil Kumar, says red ball. And,
bit of size here on show today too as the young 12-year-olds get ready to pack in, and be nice to sort of say that be great to see how big they are when they grow up. He's bobbled it from the scrum.
So
that makes it a little bit tough.
Just as we finish wrapping the teams for their positive completion rates, we see a glut of errors, but never to mind. We will start the whole scrum process again, and this time it will be a blue feed. What a series it has been so far. Really enjoyed bringing you the games, certainly through week one, and able to cover the games last week as well. Really exciting in a number of grades. And we're going to see probably the pick of the bunch later on in the under-14 competition. There's been almost nothing to split those two teams. Over 160 minutes of footy or so.
Going down. He's appealing. Yep, ref said play on. No. Got us both guessing out here.
So South will retain possession and now work it forward. This is Peru Donaldson again, who's had some nice touches on both sides of the footy early on. That's a very slow play of the ball. Play on is the call. Now centralised. This is via the big number 10, Rodney Tuipulotuvea. Just short of halfway, and now another of the bookends comes off the back fence. This is Teo Vitilio, who takes one, takes two, looking for the offload now. Won't get it this time.
Good strong run there by the front rower.
Wanting that quick play of the ball, and they get to one, and now they'll work it down via Manu, and it links back up with his halves partner, Aulua. These bookends in particular doing some real damage for South. They have got some power in the middle of the park in the shape of Teo Vitilio and also Tuipulotuvea. Now it's Manu. He puts a kick up over the top, and it had evaded the fullback, but too much on it in the end, and North will run this out to restart from the 20. But boy, they did some damage that time through the middle of the park, Troy.
Yeah, absolutely, and they look like they've got a wee bit of strike weapons too in their second rows. There's a couple of big boys there as well, so got some size across the park, and they're certainly gelling early. Big shout out to the coaching and development department at the ARL putting the Origin series together. Andy Hay and his team, just a fantastic effort, and really good to see these young guys down here going around on a Saturday at the back end of the season and seeing some real class football.
Yeah, and a fair bit going on in that space right now. We've got the Auckland Vulcans teams heading down to Rotorua next week for the National Youth Tournament, the 15s and the 17s. I guess a couple of these boys will probably potentially be taking the field, perhaps not in this grade, but certainly the 14s and the older grades. So we wish our Vulcans all the very best for that. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz as well. We've got a number of stories and previews up online there right now. There's also some coaching courses coming up over the next few weeks as well. Get in contact with your club or someone from the FDD team, or keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz for all the details on those. So as North now work it up over halfway. Rico is the dummy half. He swings it out the back to Whaonga, who this time will put a sort of scrappy kick.
Yeah, he's got the old banana kicks happening, isn't he?
Side of the boot a little bit. It was fairly effective in the end anyway, and as a result, North will trap him deep inside the 40 now. So still no points on the board. A couple of errors, but other than that, pretty effective rugby league from both of these two teams. As we see the South player standing in the tackle, it's Lama attempting to take him to ground now. Good line speed this time from North. They're up in the face and quick to shut it down.
Both halves have certainly gone into the game early. They're both looking potentially dangerous. Great. Break.
Now down the right edge, and he's got numbers here. Steps back inside, does Aulua, finds the offload, and unfortunately it's just a little bit off. But both playmakers found some success taking the ball to the line so far. That time it was a really nice effort from JD Aulua, Papatoi Toi Panther. Neil, short at the line, and
got met well, didn't he?
Up quickly was Teo Vitilio, who did not miss. And look at the build of the kids at presumably 12 or 13 years of age. And as you said quite rightly earlier, Troy, can't wait to see
when the boys
some of these boys grow up, and as they start to grow into these bodies, particularly some of these forwards. Already very imposing figures in the middle of the field. They take the ball forward now. This is Rasmussen taken down under the weight of AJ Vakauta. They're up over halfway now, and he'll swing it back to Neil, who will punt downfield now. The chase is pretty good from North as well. It's going to beat everyone out over the sideline. That's a pretty good set there from North. They've gone right down the other end of the field, and they finish on a good kick.
Yeah, it was a grouse kick. It was travelled at pretty good space, found where it needed to be early, and our cameraman managed to catch up with it. A big shout out to Sav today on one of the cameras here for the CTAS team. And doing a good job by all accounts, despite what Grant said about her.
Yeah, somewhat of a jack of all trades for us this year in the media team. As South now prepare to pack this scrum down, it's going to be Aoloa to feed.
Oh,
And another error coming out of yardage, and again it's Halasima. That's his second error of the game, but we've seen a number of these ones down inside the 20 here, and you just wonder if this time they pay for it. North now looking to build some pressure, an ideal opportunity to register their first points of the game. In fact, the first points of the game all up here. And with 15 minutes gone.
yeah, he needs to shake that off early, forget about it, and get back into the game and make up for it.
So, scrum to feed. This is Fisilau to feed, and off the back of it is the man wearing number 5, Rafael Seal. He's a Marist Saints boy. Eriko, the dummy half. Shuffle play on, lovely looping ball, now stands him up, but again it's McKenzie. Brilliant defence, and Max McKenzie, need to give him some credit here. He's made a number of really good reads out on his right edge, and that time again he was the one who initiated the contact, and as a result they close things down here now. A big shout out to our touchies today as well, father and son combo, the Dufties, junior and senior. So always good to see. I've seen it a couple of times on the field with fathers and sons taking the field together. Of course, a lot of brothers as well, but nice to see that that flows through to the match officials as well. And a big shout out to our Auckland Rugby League Referees Association for all their support throughout the year. Wonderful coverage of our games, and it's been a pleasure to work with them from a live streaming point of view at the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership and the various games we have done this year. South now to work the ball forward again, and North, they'll really be feeling like they've blown an ideal opportunity here, and they could really have a couple of tries on the board, just given the balance of good ball territory they have had. So Neil now flops in late to try and slow that one down. Referee Kumar says it's all good, and now we get a big bumping carry forward, but he's met by equally good defence that time, and it's Neil involved again along with the big fella Lama.
Both sides have done quite well in slowing the ball down, you know, just keeping the ruck speed at their tempo. There we go. We're looking for a...
Yeah, ball came loose that time, but told to go back and do it. So they'll get to last tackle here now, and they dink the little kick in over the top. This will find grass. It's not a bad kick at all. And back to receive it is Purcell, who looks up and sees nothing but blue in front of him. Puts on the little goose step and is taken to ground. 30 out from the line. Rico is the dummy half, and he clears and then links up with the man wearing 4, Fisilau. Named in the centres, but seems to be playing a bit of first receiver as well. He was feeding the scrum earlier in the match. Now, there's no doubting this man's position now as Lama works the ball forward, the Ellerslie Eagles' big man. Rico is the dummy half, just short of halfway here north. 18 minutes gone here, game 1 of game day 3 here at the Region of Origin series. They attempt to come down this left edge here, and Muffy Leo is the man tackled. Good pressure from dummy half, and look at that, South up out of the line and close things down. Last tackle now coming up. Rico has playmakers set to either side. It will go to Faonga, who dummies the kick and then runs. That's a heads-up play there from the young playmaker, and it will bounce up in the end for South. So really good rugby league here, an enjoyable first half. No tries yet, which is fairly uncommon for this age grade. And if we look across the opening couple of games, we saw plenty of points scored, of course. 16-10 last week in this grade, and then in the opening week, 32 points scored and 28-4 victory for South. So a different sort of game today. You wonder if the nerves perhaps playing a little bit of a role in this one as well, Troy.
Yeah, well, oh, sorry, mate. Looks like we've got a little bit of a break on here.
And they will break down the right edge, but it's well contained in the end, and it is Tully Sal who puts the ball down. And one thing for South, when they have managed to make line breaks today, they've almost always followed it up with an error, perhaps just forcing the issue a little. That time it looked...
Needing a little bit of patience there. Now, the guy at the ball there, Denzel Pickering, is it? Bert Pickering? He's impressed me so far. He's looked dangerous on his kicks. He's just pulled off a wee bit of a cover tackle there. He's moving around the park really, really well. And I think he's, as he plays himself into the game, he's certainly going to have the defensive line second-guessing what his next trick may be. So, as we get reset now for another scrum packing in. Big shout-out to all our volunteers as well, being part of the Origin series. And here comes North. Another set. Looking to get a bit of shape. And we can hear the boys in the background helping to deliver the program over there. Another big strong carry here. And fantastic support down here for today's game. Lots of rugby league fans down here enjoying the action. That passed a little bit astray. Did well to pick it up though.
So North with a really good opportunity here now as they work it down the left edge, but once again that side of the field is more than up to it defensively. Swing it back to the middle. Whaonga, little double pump. Straighten now. This is via the 16 Ufa. And they'll get the penalty as well. And they have been few and far between today so far in this match. Penalties. Referee Kumar going to his whistle this time. They're going to tap and go here, North. Looking to build now. This is Fuatanga Umu. Whaonga straightens. Lua Falialo. Gets rid of one, gets rid of two. Wants the offload. Not going to get it. Eriko at dummy half. Finds his playmaker. Whaonga dummies and then finds Neil. Neil shows, goes, links with his fullback. Nice play from North. They're going to go close. Last-ditch defence that time from South, and they get there to shut it down on Purcell. Eriko clears the ruck. Neil plays short. North going to go close, going to go more than close. They're going to open the scoring here. Sifilino Lama gets the ball short and just powers his way over from close range. A credit to Neil for the nice ball at the line as well. Let's take a look now on the Region of Origin replay. You can see here, misses out the first one, and then Neil just sums up his options beautifully here and then plays him in late. By that time, he sucked in the edge back rower, and he's too powerful from close range.
And just on the Corey, the team sheet that I had for the North, no, what was the name of the half?
Yeah, it's Shea Whaonga who you're talking about, and he has had a number of classy touches, hasn't he? Certainly looks threatening when he takes the ball to the line. His kicking game's been pretty good as well.
Let's wait for the kick to come.
This is Zion Purcell to attempt the conversion, and it is good. And so the score is 6-0. North get out to one. Sorry, we just missed the flags going up there on the conversion. As they hear the camera woman upstairs apologise for that one. So we prepare to get back to halfway now to restart. So North will be fairly relieved there, I would think, Troy. They spent a fair bit of time down there and to finally get a result.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think, as you said, they had a few opportunities and just not executing at the back end of it. But they'll be happy they got those ones on the board. But don't be surprised now at the South team strike back. And they've certainly got enough weapons across the park to do it. So as we get ready now, and the crowd's still, flowing in gently.
We're missing a kicking tee right now. I think South are pretty happy to get things back underway off a drop kick. There it comes eventually. One of the age-old problems in rugby league. Never enough kicking tees on the field.
It was never a problem back in our day, mate. Just a sand bucket of sand. Been a big night, I'm told. Here we go.
So just on a minute left in the half here, and North from their point of view, probably fairly content to just take this into half-time with that lead. Here's the try scorer, Lama. Carts the ball forward, and it looks like he may have picked up a bit of a knock there. Bump the ball now down the right edge. Neil plays at the line. Getting dumped that time. I think it was Lo Falialo. Rico to Fanga. Turns back onto the inside now. There's lots of blue jerseys there, and they shut him down just over halfway. 20 seconds by our count remaining in this half. North perhaps looking for further points before Oranges. Do they think about the one-pointer? Early signs would suggest this is going to be a close match here now. Perhaps not. They're a little too far out now, and instead Neil will kick across the body now. The chase is good from North. It's spilled, and they need to get on this quickly. McKenzie does so, and that'll get us to half-time. So South survive a bit of a scare at the end there. Are we going to pack this scrum down? I'm not sure if the infringement occurred before, and it looks like we will pack it down. So North are going to get one last chance here. And it comes from another dropped ball from Halasima, who's had a tough old day at the back so far. South fullback.
Scrambling to get the scrum put together.
The siren has gone, so we know it'll be only the one play.
That referee's adamant he is going to set the scrum.
We're going to play the last play. One play only, last play. Wait, Lucy from blue, get
So
in.
Fonga to feed the scrum.
Play, go 7.
Last play, as the referee has reminded them a couple of times here now, so it's all nothing. Neil to the line, links with his fullback. They're going to move the ball here north. Come down this side of the field, and he was looking to promote the offload that time, but instead the play's going to die there, and that'll get us to half-time. It is North who lead 6 points to 0 here in the decider of the Under-13 Open Grade at the 2018 Region of Origin Series, supported by the Rugby League Development Foundation. A very short break for us now before we get back with second half action here at Cornwall Park.